Now, it must also be said that the Greek and Roman world also knew the type of slavery that was practiced in America as well. They knew very well the idea of capturing foreign soldiers or foreign peoples and placing them into slavery. And just like American slavery, those types of slaves were treated as property, never to be released, never to be dignified as being considered actual human beings. They were reduced to being objects. Those are some things, that's the first aspect of slavery that you need to understand. The second thing is that Paul did indeed minister in a specific place and a specific time. While Paul didn't call for the abolition of slavery, the fact that he addressed slaves shouldn't necessarily be read as his condoning of that practice or condoning of that institution. You might remember that Jesus had words of counsel for Roman soldiers. Just think of what their vocation was. They served a Roman emperor who declared himself to be a god. And you'd be very hard-pressed to say that the conquests of the Roman armies fit a just war theory. Jesus counseled them in their culture and in their time without condoning the emperor of Rome being God or the conquest that they were involved in. In a similar way, Paul gives counsel to a very significant segment of society in which he lived. And thirdly, the counsel that Paul gives, well, it doesn't abolish slavery. It treats slaves like they had never been treated before. Instead of treating them as objects, Paul treats them as morally responsible human beings. If they were just objects, Paul would never have addressed them. But instead, he gives them very specific instructions. And just like he treated husbands and wives, parents and children, he says, as believers, you have a responsibility to live that out. And he instructs them in that. More could be said about the issue of slavery, but I want to press on today. And I'll also observe that in the American culture that we don't still practice slavery. Thank God for that. There are still vestiges of plenty of other problems that go along with that, like racism and abuse.